To two non-measuring chefs. Going to make garlic and mozzarella bread. I got this off Facebook the other day. When we say non-measuring, the container's there so we can put something into. I'm going to add and swap out a few things. I'm going to add black olives and a ham. So the recipe calls for 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. Now I'm just going to use an instant yeast that we bought. You can probably buy this anywhere. And I just got to put it into a bowl. So when it says 1.5, I got no idea, but that's about 1.5. Put that in. There we go, 1 egg lightly beaten. And 2 cups of plain flour. Now, this is not a measuring cup, so it's just in. Chuck it back on here, and I'm only guesstimating. Again, I know Jamie Oliver and all the other kitchen queens would go overboard, but really, end of the day, if it's too wet, put more flour in. If it's not wet enough, put more liquid in. You know, it's a simple little solution. The mixture starting to grow, starting to do things. It's got butter in it, and we're going to combine all these into the flour and give it a mix. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to use raw sugar. So 2 tablespoons of sugar. Again, fair idea, it's close to it. Put it into the container, and it's 1/2 cup of warm milk. Most people keep their milk in the fridge, so I'm going to pour about 1/2 cup in, and I'm going to nuke it in the microwave for a very short period of time, just to dissolve the yeast and make it start to work. And it also needs an egg and some salt. Milk's in there, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So, salt, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Going to get the egg ready, lightly beaten. Give the mixture a bit of a stir to get the sugar and the yeast combined and starting to work. Makes the flour prove a lot easier. Now it's 2 cups of flour, just using boring old plain flour, not strong flour, just all together, just flour. And mix that up for a bit. And if you watch the top of the milk, you'll start to see it'll start to grow. That's the yeast working. All right, now it says 3 tablespoons of butter. 1 egg. This is one of our own eggs from our chooks. It's a bit cranky looking. I'm going to change the focus a bit. It's got homegrown, lightly beaten. So give it a fork. All right, so we've turned the bread dough out onto the top. We put some flour underneath, and we're just going to knead this and roll this until it starts to come together. So we're going to knead the bread, push it away, roll it over, turn it round, push it away, roll it over, turn it round, push it over, roll it away, turn it out. You can start to feel the elasticity, the softness go out of it. It starts to get a little bit firmer the whole time. We're using that bit of flour on the board, push it away, roll it over one, turn it around, push it away, roll it over. This is easy. It doesn't take long to get some nice firm consistency. And when it does, we're going to chuck it back in the bowl, a nice warm place, put a slightly damp tea towel over the top, and let it sit for a couple of hours to prove. Proving just means if you wanted the yeast and the rest of the ingredients to make it double in size. And then we'll knock it down, come back, some garlic, some mozzarella on the top, and some ham in it. Yes, it's a bit different to the recipe that I saw on that, but I like. All right, this is the bread. The dough, it's been proving for 2 and a bit hours. It's more than doubled in size. We're going to get your fist and just push it down in the middle. Let it collapse. I'm going to take it out, give it another knead and put some olives, some ham, garlic, mozzarella in.
So I've made it into two little round balls. This one I'm going to roll right out. I'll grab whole of the olives, break them up, I'll cut them up in half, and I'm going to start rolling them in. So I've rolled one lot in, you get the ham, and this is just packet ham, nothing special. Grab a small handful, turn it over the top, and start rolling it in. So at the moment, we've got ham, olives, roll it, and you can feel the elasticity, it's starting to get hard to work. When it gets like that, I'm going to flatten it down, put it on the board. I'll do the other one now. Push it out, roll it over a third, roll it over a third, roll this one out again, get the rest of the ham. And there's no measurement, it's just whole lot of slices of ham in a packet, roll it up, and you can feel it working. You can feel it getting hard to manoeuvre. You can see the olive is starting to poke through, that's alright. Make it into a nice ball, flatten it out a bit, poke that one back in there, get in there. Put that over here. Cutting the top, scoring the top. I cut it both ways. So I'm going to brush it with the garlic butter and then layer mozzarella cheese into the cuts. And I'm just going to be using, again, cheap mozzarella cheese. You know, one bought at Aldi or any other cheap store. Use the same knife. I'm going to smother this in garlic butter. Get it into those nice little grooves. There's enough garlic in here to kill every vampire in Transylvania. So don't go kissing your grandmother tomorrow if you wonder where you've been. You get in there. There we go. So make sure those. So I just got a handful of mozzarella. You put it on the top. And when the mozzarella, and this is only going at 200 for 20 minutes. So it will brown up, run down the sides, brown up with the butter, and to make it a nice yummo taste. Alright. So now back into an oven, 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit, about 20 minutes. 30 minutes. What? Look at it. If the oven's cooking up fast, turn it down. If it's not cooking a lot, leave it a little bit longer.
So they're out of the oven. Mozzarella's melted on the top, garlic's coming through. We're going to give it a chop and see what they're like, and someone's like inside with a bit of butter. Alright, so chopped them, steam's coming out, they've been out of the oven about a minute. Put a bit of butter on one, or probably just try it without a bit of butter. It's even better. The other one, I'll probably wrap up and freeze. This one probably get used with a bit of soup tomorrow. That is just yummo. And it's so simple.